Hello and welcome back to Tutorial Grounds. Today I will be recapping a 2001 drama movie. The film oscillates between past and present, capturing the essence of both timelines. In the present, a woman awaits her impending execution, seeking solace in confiding her narrative to a priest. Luis Vargas, Antonio Banderas, a prosperous Cuban entrepreneur in search of an American spouse, holds the belief that Americans represent the future, while his own compatriots are entrenched in their traditions of the past. Engaging in months of correspondence with Julia Russell, Angelina Jolie, Luis eagerly anticipates the day when she arrives in his homeland to become his wife. However, upon Julia's arrival, she appears drastically different from the photos she had previously sent. Julia confesses that she desired more than a man solely interested in her physical appearance, which led her to substitute an unassuming woman's picture in place of her own. In turn, Luis also admits to his own deception, having misled Julia into believing he was a humble laborer rather than the affluent owner of a coffee company. Luis and Julia hastily marry shortly after her arrival in Cuba. Beneath the veneer of their relationship, passion and desire simmer as they embark on a journey of exploration and self-discovery in the following days. Luis finds himself deeply enamored with his newly wedded wife and expresses his affection through physical intimacy. However, Julia appears to be grappling with inner conflicts, preventing herself from fully engaging in a profound emotional connection with Luis. She keeps herself at a distance, shielding her emotions and inhibiting a deeper level of involvement. Simultaneously, Julia's sister, Emily, has been making persistent efforts to reach out to her, understandably concerned about her well-being following such a lengthy journey to an unfamiliar country. Fearing that prolonged silence from Julia might lead Emily to assume something dreadful has happened to her sister, Luis compels Julia to respond to the letters. Reluctant and delaying it for as long as she can, Julia eventually writes a letter to her sister, unknowingly setting in motion the unfolding of her concealed motives and plans. To ensure his wife's complete satisfaction, Luis includes Juliet as a beneficiary on his business and personal bank accounts, granting her unrestricted authority to spend as she desires. However, Luis soon realizes that Julia has disappeared with the majority of his wealth. Disturbed by this discovery, he forms an alliance with a detective named Walter Downs, Thomas Jane. Walter confides in Luis, expressing his suspicion that Julia might be an imposter and may have caused the death of Luis's intended wife, potentially with the assistance of an accomplice. United in their purpose, Luis and Walter embark on a joint mission to locate the thief and investigate the possibility of murder. Luis locates Julia and uncovers the shocking truth that she is, in fact, collaborating with Walter. She narrates a tale of the two Americans conspiring together for their deceptive scheme. Despite this revelation, Luis believes in Julia's love for him and fabricates a lie to deceive Walter. However, when confronted by Walter, a heated altercation erupts, leading to Luis shooting him. Strangely, Julia appears unaffected by these events and instructs Luis to leave and purchase train tickets. During his absence, it is revealed that Walter had loaded the gun with blanks. Although Julia seemingly loves Luis, Walter exerts a significant amount of control over her, prompting her to continue working for him. In a bid to escape, Luis and Juliet embark on a secret journey, with the supposedly deceased Walter in relentless pursuit. The couple eventually settles into a modest house, and Luis willingly relinquishes his promising future, embracing a life akin to Julia's filled with infidelity and deceit. One fateful night, Luis clandestinely follows Julia and uncovers the shocking truth that Walter is alive and that she is still collaborating with him. Moreover, he discovers their plan to poison him that very evening. Returning home, Luis patiently awaits Julia's arrival. When she finally appears, he confronts her, revealing his knowledge of her ongoing deception and their nefarious scheme. Despite the revelations, Luis confesses his enduring love for her and bravely consumes the poisoned drink. Panicked, Julia flees with the dying Luis, while Walter relentlessly pursues them. At a train station, the married couple unexpectedly crosses paths with Walter, who is infuriated by Julia's betrayal. Holding a knife against her throat, Walter threatens her life. In a desperate act of defense, Luis shoots Walter, knocking him to the ground. Seizing the opportunity, Julia takes the gun and delivers a final fatal shot, ending Walter's life. Weakened and injured, she supports her dying husband as they stagger away together. The narrative reaches a climactic point where the past and present converge, as we finally hear the resolution of Julia's story. She implores the priest to join her in prayer. The following morning, the guards approach Julia's cell, only to discover the priest dressed in her attire. In Morocco, an alluring woman enters a room where a card game is in progress. As she gracefully moves around the table, occupied by avid gamblers, she expresses gratitude to the men for allowing her to observe. Among the players is Luis, and as Julia discreetly signals him regarding the other participants' cards, he begins to recount a tale of a woman and the profound love he holds for her to the other individuals present. The movie ends here. Click the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video.